Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Modded Survival Series. I'm calling Mekcraft Plus Plus. We left off the last episode down in our little cave, and we just finished making a jetpack, an atomic disassembler, and a nutritional food thing, and upgrading a bunch of our machines. I've done some things to kind of decorate. I made a nicer staircase, although I did that before the last episode. I made a wheat farm because I needed some food for the nutritional thing, and it just runs on a little bud detector and causes some water to flow and close back up. I would replant it right now, but it's not a super necessary thing. But I turned a lot of the cobblestone into sand, and then that sand into sandstone, and then sandstone to smooth sandstone. And now we have this really nice area to build in. We'll be building in here today, doing the gas room. I'll probably just do it pretty ugly here. It's going to produce electricity through gas and plastic. And I upgraded our setup quite a bit over here. So I now have 2 sets of 3 times ore with a pretty big buffer of oxygen possible. Although I messed up. I just added the buffer. I don't think I added water to that yet. I'm going to be going over to the nether to collect as much nether wart blocks as I can. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but I noticed a large portion of my non-existent viewers aren't subscribed. With content uploaded every Tuesday and Friday, there is no reason for you not to subscribe, besides my videos not being entertaining. So please subscribe. It would help me out a lot, and it's free for the first 90 days. Okay, I believe I have everything we need to do the crafting for today's episode. I'm going to start off with basic bins, and I'm just going to make 5 of them. I think that'll be enough. So the crusher, which will turn our nether wart blocks into biofuel. And 1, 2. Okay. So I'll get rid of those 2. The rotary thing. So this will turn a liquid into a gas, or a gas into liquid, whichever direction you want it to do. Make the battery. Nope. And now that we have that crafted, the gas burning generator, we're going to make 2 cores, because we need 1 for the separator. So the gas burning generator will burn ethylene, as well as I think a few other things. Going to make 2 sets of tube, 2 sets of pipe, and hoping I can make 2 sets of logistical. Putting this thing together will take a bit of power, so I did bring an energy cube, but I'm going to put a basic bin down, which will lead into a crusher, which will take the contents of the crusher and put it directly into the pressurized reaction chamber, which to make biofuel, or I guess to burn biofuel, we need water and hydrogen. So we'll need the electrolytic separator, which we can stick right above it, and a sink here. 2 pipe, and then it needs to output gas, and that ethylene will go to one spot, will be here, but I'm going to rotate this and all right, putting down the cable, so that will power all of that. And I also want to power the next 2 things. No, the next 3 things. Oops. So back to placing down things. You'll need a rotary condenser right here. Another pressurized reaction chamber right here. Enrichment chamber right here. Bin right here for output. And that should work there. A pressurized tube will go exactly like this. Gases will be output. And then item transportation will output on the side, which will dump it straight into this. Which will output on the side as well, dumping it straight into this. But this is also going to need oxygen, which means I need to get to output the front. Oh, yeah. So yeah, now the oxygen will pour out and go straight into this. And we probably also need outflowing liquid ethylene. That's correct. That'll dump into the enrichment chamber, which will drop that into the bin, which will be all of our plastic. But I'm going to want this to drop down into this bin here. And this bin will follow this line, drop into here. Okay, I think I'm good to just drop a power source down. And so I had to play a bit with the ejection and the outputs and inputs of things. But this will now fill up with netherwort block and give me biofuel. That biofuel will go into here, turn into substrate. Substrate will drop into here for a brief second, unless you drop a different item into it that you don't mean to. Then the substrate will run over here and turn into HDP pellet, which will go into here, and every 3 that are go in here will turn into a single sheet of HDPE sheet, which is plastic, more or less. Gas generator is now generating power to support this whole system. And I could take a wire from this and run it all the way down there but this power system over here is sufficient enough for now. Now, before we start working on the digital miner and entangle porters, which is the second part of this episode, I'm going to show you upgrades. So this is a speed upgrade. It requires 1 dust, 2 alloy, and 2 glass. And a energy upgrade is gold dust. Same recipe, but gold dust. Not the wrestler, but the material. Now I'm going to do this to here because I'll be using this shortly. But if you right click on it, 8 speed upgrades, which is the maximum, and 8 energy upgrades. You can see the energy. You can see it is much faster than it used to be. Just in the last bit of preparing beforehand. So we need to make 4 advanced, then we need to turn those into elite, and then turn those into the ultimate control circuits. Now I'm going to work on these cores first, just lapis, gold, diamond, and atomic cores, and we need 4 of them. I made obsidian bars. So 1, 2, easy enough. Digital miner, so 4 of those. I just got those, got that. Now, personal chest and robot and steel casing. It's 2 atomic alloys, which we got plenty to spare. Perfect. All right. So now that we have the digital miner, it is time to set a couple things up. So I'll place this here, go and do side config on energy, turn all of it to output, and I'll just call this power. So now when this has power, or I guess when I hook this up to this as power, but all input so I like silk touch on and 32 radius. That's okay. New filter, so you can add it with a item stack. So say I wanted to harvest all cobblestone, I could do that. I'm not going to. Or you can use a tag and type in something and all variations of that will show up. There's also material and mod ID, but generally you can just like say we want osmium as well, so it works just as well. And we can start it. It is very slow to start off, but you can upgrade it and it gets a lot better. Ooh. Yeah, if you're curious, I'm in a 3 slime chunks right there. Join me next time for our first multi-block structure, lithium production, including solar panels from basic to advanced using automated crafting.
Hey, you're still here. Must just be us. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe. It's free. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. Top video is recent. Bottom one, YouTube knows what you want. I've been Zora. Keep in touch, and I'll see you around.